You know, this episode is really, really peaceful and mellow. And it's great for that reason. The episode Made in Manhattan. A Rarity and Applejack episode. When have I seen that before? Look before your sleep. Ah, yes. The last time we had our interactions with these characters, it was, to many fans, alright. It wasn't that great, but to me, I kind of liked the episode. And it was alright. And knowing that we'd get to see these characters again is another good thing. So, what's the story? Well, we find out that Rarity and Applejack are called into Manehatten. Yes, Manhattan, get it? So, of course, they find out that they have to help Coco Pomelo. You know, that chick from Rarity Takes Manhattan, who pretty much she helped out try to confront her fear and try to stand up to her boss. Yeah, her again. And before we start with them, we somehow get Twilight, who is bored out of her mind, pretty much reading the same book every day, and yeah, she wants to do things too, but of course the map won't let her, but very soon. But also, before they left, they started mentioning Sisterhood Social, and if you remember that episode, it was a competition with sisters. Could this be another connective episode? We shall see. Okay, so they entered into Manhattan, and pretty much at first they're kind of lost because they don't know they're supposed to go to Coco Pomelo again. We get a Charlie Brown joke, and yeah, eventually they find Coco Pomelo, and they find out that they have to help her rebuild the park and do this little play that you know that her once teacher did before, and yeah, the teacher eventually moved away and now they can't do the play anymore. So of course Coco Pomelo is pretty much just asking for help trying to do the play. So Applejack and Rarity try to go out to the city to see if they can find some help, and pretty much they don't find anybody, and it's a real shame. So of course they must figure out maybe we should just do it ourselves. But then they take one look at the park and boy is there a lot of work to be done. A lot. So pretty much we get little bits of gags of Applejack pretty much just her hat being destroyed, and yeah, she gets into accidents, you know, TikTok, cartoon sound effects, pretty much it's just another Tom and Jerry joke or something. So yeah, then Rarity and Coco Pomelo come back, and yeah, they find that Applejack is not quite finished yet, and the actors who are trying to go into the play are a little bit hesitant of what's going to happen. But then Applejack just says, maybe we should just do what we can at least what we can, and see if it works. So of course they pretty much just fix the park a little bit, but they manage to get the stage ready, and so the play begins. And while the play begins, the town, who is pretty much ignoring them to try to rebuild the park, come in and see the play and see what is accomplished, and is accomplished well. And let me tell you, Coco Pomelo is greeted with great joy, saying that she is the new aficionado of every play that's going to be happening every single year. And let me tell you, it's probably one of those episodes that actually touched my heart a little bit. It did. It's a great episode for that reason. So, of course, by the end, Applejack gets another hat, which is weird because she has plenty of hats back at home. So yeah, Rarity then, of course, being herself, just goes and tries to help out people, and yeah, we pretty much just a little gag. So of course, what do I think of Made in Manhattan? Honestly, unlike anyone else, I liked it. Because here's the thing. I feel that with every cartoon show, everything has to feel like an event. And there always has to be a big situation, and sometimes a small situation turns to be a big situation. And let me tell you, I don't know, like, I have no problem with it, but I feel like there has to be kind of a bit of a balance in a way. I mean, there has to be a point where it doesn't have to be too much of a difficult situation, but it has to learn how to be. I feel like it doesn't have to be too much of a situation, but doesn't have to be little of a situation. And I felt the situation here was a little bit balanced. And for some weird reason, I found Rarity and Applejack's interaction much more compelling and much more believable than Rarity and Rainbow Dash's interaction. And it's weird because Ashley Ball plays both Applejack and Rainbow Dash. How come I believe Applejack interacting with Rarity instead of Rainbow Dash interacting with Rarity? Maybe the reason is because they kind of have a connection in a way. If you remember the episode Cutie Mark Chronicles, then you obviously know what I'm talking about. We see Applejack's backstory. If you know what I'm talking about, then pretty much you'll understand. So like I said, I feel like there is a little bit more connection with Applejack and Rarity. I mean, I feel like their interactions are much more better and much more compelling compared to her other interactions with other characters in the show. I don't know, it's just my perspective. And I don't know, I found them more enjoyable to watch interacting with each other because they kind of, even though have their differences, they somehow always find something good in the end to try to connect. They're trying to find a solution, and it always works well, and that's what I really like. And the episode itself, even though it's not that interesting, I can say this is a very good episode in a way because it's kind of one of those very peaceful episodes. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a big event, it doesn't have to be a small event, it just has to be the right amount of story. It's a simple story with a simple plot and simple situation, and pretty much it's just simply good. And that's what I like about it. I like episodes like this. I always feel we need a little bit of fresh air, of flowers and slice of life, you know. We just need to know about a little bit of life, you know. Just trying to help out a friend or even just trying to do something right. It doesn't have to be like fighting a giant monster. It doesn't have to, oh, these bees are harming us. Oh, we are angry at each other. We have to fix this problem. You know, it could just be a situation of just helping out a friend. And that's what I like about that's what I like about this show, that sometimes we just need a simple situation in an episode, and it doesn't have to be, and even though it's not very interesting, it's still very good on its own right. And of course, if people are just saying this is turning out to be a Rarity show, since we've already had 3 episodes, and I mean 3 episodes of with Rarity as the main character. I mean, seriously, Candlelight Boutique, Rarity Investigates, and now Made in Manhattan. Is this some kind of trilogy of a story arc? Is this some kind of story arc that we have been waiting for? I mean, the lesson in this episode is just do what you can do to help out a friend. And let me tell you, that is a good lesson in a way. It's not one of the best, but it definitely is a good lesson. And that's what I like about this episode. I pretty much have nothing else to say, but it's pretty much a simply good episode. Okay, Black Belt Dragon signing out, and I'll see you on the next vlog.